Remember when people were paying millions for pictures of cartoon apes? Yeah, that wasn't just hype, it was history being written. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, became one of the most explosive moments in modern digital culture. They weren't just digital images, they were digital certificates of ownership, recorded forever on a blockchain, public, transparent, and impossible to fake. Let's rewind. Before NFTs, digital art had a problem. It was everywhere, but no one could prove ownership. An image could go viral, but the artist earned nothing. NFTs changed that. For the first time, artists could tokenize their work and sell it directly to collectors, without galleries or middlemen. Then came the spark, March 2021. An artist named Beeple sold his collage every day, the first 5,000 days, at Christie's for nearly $69 million. It was a way-up call to the world that digital art wasn't just memes or pixels, but a legitimate collectible with real value. Soon, the internet went wild. Celebrities joined in. Snoop Dogg, Paris Hilton, and even major brands like Nike and Coca-Cola began experimenting. It was like the gold rush, except this time, the gold was digital. Projects like Bored Ape Yacht Club, CryptoPunks, and World of Women became cultural symbols. Owning one meant more than just having a picture. It was access to communities, parties, status. Suddenly, people were changing their profile pictures to prove they were part of the new digital elite. But as prices soared, skepticism grew just as fast. Critics asked, "Why pay for something I can right-click and save?" The defenders replied, "You can copy the image, but not the ownership. It's like photographing the Mona Lisa. You can have the picture, but not the painting." And then, as quickly as it rose, the market started to crash. By late 2022, NFT trading volume dropped more than 90%. Projects vanished. Scams multiplied. The hype disappeared overnight. But here's the thing. Bubbles don't always mean the end. Sometimes they mark the beginning. Because behind the speculation, there's still innovation. NFTs proved one powerful truth: digital ownership matters. They laid the groundwork for the next phase, where identity, art, and technology merge into one economy. So maybe those cartoon apes weren't just a joke after all. Maybe they were the first sign that the future of value and creativity would live on-chain.
While NFTs were redefining ownership, another revolution was quietly unfolding: the rise of the Metaverse. The word Metaverse isn't new. It came from a 1992 sci-fi novel, Snow Crash, where people escaped into a virtual world through avatars. But for decades, it was just fiction until technology finally caught up. Fast forward to today, and that fiction is becoming real. The Metaverse is no longer a single game or app. It's a network of digital spaces where people work, play, build, and even earn money. It's the next version of the internet, one that's immersive, social, and powered by blockchain. Major companies rushed in. Facebook rebranded to Meta, betting billions on virtual reality.
Roblox and Fortnite turned into social platforms, not just games, where millions gather for concerts, fashion shows, and entire digital economies.
Even fashion brands started launching virtual sneakers and clothing drops. Why? Because in these worlds, your digital identity matters as much as your physical one.
Imagine this. You buy a digital jacket in Fortnite, and thanks to NFTs, that same item could appear in Roblox or even in a VR workspace. Your identity, your assets, and your history, all portable, all verified on-chain. It sounds futuristic, but pieces of it already exist. Artists perform live shows inside virtual arenas. Designers build 3D homes and sell them as real estate in worlds like Decentraland and the Sandbox. People pay rent, earn income, and own land all digitally. Of course, not everyone is convinced. Some say the Metaverse is just another tech bubble, expensive headsets, awkward experiences, and a promise that hasn't quite delivered. And they're partly right. Right now, it's early. The graphics aren't perfect. The tools are clunky. But remember, the first version of the internet looked like static text on gray screens too. Every revolution starts rough. The true potential of the Metaverse isn't in flashy graphics. It's in ownership and connection.
In this new economy, You're not just a user, you're a builder, a creator, an owner. And that's where NFTs come back in.
Your virtual outfit, your art gallery, even your virtual home, all could exist as NFTs tied to your digital identity. We're watching a new ecosystem emerge, where your wallet becomes your passport and your creativity becomes your currency. The metaverse isn't replacing real life. It's extending it, blending work, play, and ownership into a single digital layer of existence. So the next time someone says, "It's just a game," remember, people once said the same thing about the internet.
We've seen NFTs and the metaverse, big ideas, wild hype, and even wilder headlines dominating discussions across the globe. But beyond all the noise and initial excitement, what's actually useful in this rapidly evolving digital landscape? What aspects are truly real and offer tangible value, and what's just another digital bubble waiting to pop? Let's begin by exploring the real-world use cases that are already making a significant impact and demonstrating practical applications. In gaming, non-fungible tokens, or NFTs, have fundamentally changed how players perceive and interact with ownership of their digital items. Before this innovation, when you purchased a skin or a weapon within a game, it was essentially tied to the game developer or platform. Now, thanks to the transparent and secure nature of blockchain technology, that digital item can truly belong to you, the player. This means you have the unprecedented ability to sell it, trade it with other players, or even transfer it to another compatible platform, unlocking new possibilities. Pioneering games like Axie Infinity and Illuvium have successfully introduced innovative play-to-earn models, where the time and effort you invest actually generate tangible value. In the vibrant worlds of music and art, NFTs have opened entirely new doors and avenues for creators to connect with their audience. Instead of relying heavily on traditional middlemen, artists now have the power to sell their creations directly to their dedicated fans. When someone purchases a unique digital artwork or an exclusive song NFT, the artist receives payment instantly, often earning a royalty every single time it is resold. This represents a significant step towards financial independence for creators, a powerful shift that is entirely powered by secure and transparent code. In the complex world of real estate, encompassing both digital and physical properties, NFTs are beginning to serve as verifiable representations of ownership rights. Imagine the convenience of buying a piece of land, whether it's a virtual plot in the metaverse or a physical property in the real world, and having your title securely stored on a blockchain. This innovative approach is significantly faster, considerably cheaper, and inherently much harder to forge compared to traditional, often cumbersome, paper-based systems. And in the dynamic field of finance, decentralized tools like DeFi or decentralized finance are enabling individuals to lend, borrow, or invest capital without the need for traditional banks. For billions worldwide who currently lack access to conventional banking services, this represents nothing short of a revolution, far more than just a fleeting trend. However, it's crucial to acknowledge that every significant opportunity inevitably comes with its own set of inherent risks. First among these is volatility. The prices of digital assets can skyrocket dramatically one day and then crash precipitously the very next. If you approach NFTs or cryptocurrencies as if they were merely a lottery ticket, you will, in all likelihood, experience significant losses. Second, the pervasive issue of scams. Fake projects, deceptive rug pulls, and grossly overhyped collections have unfortunately burned thousands of unsuspecting investors. And third, the ongoing challenge of regulation. Governments globally are still actively trying to comprehend and manage this entirely new digital world. They are striving to strike a delicate balance between fostering innovation and ensuring adequate protection for consumers and investors. So, given these complexities, what is the most appropriate and effective mindset to adopt when engaging with digital assets? Think of crypto, NFTs, and other digital assets not as a magic bullet, but rather as a comprehensive toolbox. Each individual tool within this box has its own specific purpose. Some are designed to build genuine, lasting value, while others are merely shiny distractions. The crucial trick is to continuously learn, to test carefully and diligently, and most importantly, never to invest more capital than you can comfortably afford to lose. Because ultimately, this isn't solely about advanced technology. At its core, it's profoundly about trust and responsibility. Blockchain technology itself doesn't magically eliminate fundamental human traits like greed or fear. It simply makes underlying systems more transparent and auditable. The ultimate responsibility for wise decisions and careful navigation still lies squarely with the user, with you, the individual. And here's a profound truth that many people often overlook or simply miss amidst the hype. The real revolution isn't primarily in speculation. It's fundamentally an empowerment in giving individuals unprecedented control and opportunity. Consider a young artist in Manila who can now effortlessly sell their unique digital art directly to a discerning collector residing in London. Or a talented DJ in Berlin who can mint and distribute exclusive tracks directly to their dedicated fan base scattered across Brazil. Imagine a skilled gamer in Lagos who can earn a sustainable income through play without ever needing to open a traditional bank account. This isn't some far-fetched fantasy or a futuristic dream. These scenarios are already actively happening right now, transforming lives. So yes, perhaps the initial monkey JPEG era was indeed quite ridiculous and fueled by excessive speculation. But like every nascent technology throughout history, the very first wave of adoption is almost always characterized by chaos and experimentation. What truly matters and will define the future is what thoughtfully comes after this initial, turbulent phase. The next generation of NFTs won't be primarily about fleeting hype or speculative gains. They will be fundamentally about practical function. They will focus on critical aspects like digital identity, secure access, verifiable ownership, and fostering genuine creativity. And that, my friends, is precisely when this groundbreaking technology stops being a mere joke or a niche curiosity, and truly starts changing everything about how we interact with the digital world and beyond.